Hello, hello, hello everyone. I hope y'all can see me and hear me because the phones are turned around backwards. And if you can't, I won't know until it's over. Today I am going to be showing you, first of all, let me just tell you, I just saved a gigantic moth's life. I think it's going to survive. I was out checking the pool and floating around on, it was like barely hanging on its wings and stuff were in the water to the little temperature, the little thermometer thing floating, and I picked that up and I set it up on the countertop so it could dry out, and it's out there flapping its wings getting dry, y'all. I'm so excited about that. I don't know if it's a good thing I did or I don't know, but I'm happy I saved it. Anyhow, back to the cutout. This is our rectangle scallop frame. It's the smaller of the two. And I'm going to be chalking. And it's a fun one today, guys. It is going to be a little sign for the kitchen. Do y'all love puns? Because I do. When I saw this, I was like, this is the one. It's called, the transfer is called Penne for your thoughts. And that's the one we're working on today. Isn't that great? I'm so excited about this. Penne for your thoughts. I love puns. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started because I do have to pick children up from school today. And I'm going, also, there's no word. Well, anytime you type the word cutouts, you'll get a link to our cutout shop. But I did do some featured links, so those should be showing, and that will have the cutout I'm using today and the transfer I'm using. But I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm painting with chalk paste, and the color is eucalyptus, and I'm searching, here we go, for a water bottle. I just like to kind of, I've discovered that wetting the board a little bit really helps the paintbrush glide across it. And I'm going to paint the background, and you really don't have to get all the way to the edges on this. I don't know why I was trying to be so careful and do that, because the border will go around it. There's so much you can do with these. You can Mod Podge on them, paint, gosh, who knows? I mean, it's limitless. And I should have gotten out a board to paint on, so I might reach down and grab that while I'm drying, just to hold, just so I don't have to, as large of a mess to clean up. And I just like to take painter's tape or masking tape and roll it over and then stick my piece to it. It keeps it from moving around while I'm painting. I think I'm going to do the border white and the wording white, I think. Also, you could use like patterns on these. This is the oval scallop frame, and we just use the polka dot pattern on it. Super fun. Lots of fun stuff. I love patterns. Another example of the patterns is on our little chickens. We use different patterns and different colors. No, those are not the chickens. We do have chickens. Those are the birds. Y'all, I'm crazy, and it's okay. It's okay to be a little silly and crazy sometimes. Let's see how this works with me just spraying my paintbrush and getting it wet. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine to spray the board again. But I'm just trying to make sure I have a nice, even coat. And do y'all like to have frames in your kitchen or like little art pieces in your kitchen? I do. Just adds a little life. Oh, yes. Speaking of adding life, y'all, and I'm going to have to find her and tag her because I just started following her. She's a local girl around here, and I think that's probably a good coat. But she does like a lot of like grandma, I don't know, it's like grandma vibes, vintage stuff. And I have to tell you, when I saw that she was selling this, I'm pretty sure it's an ashtray, but my thoughts are when I'm painting, how perfect is that? Put my paintbrushes when I'm not done using them and I'm not ready to wash them out. Isn't that great? $2. I don't know anything about it except it says Japan is stamped on the back. But isn't that great? But immediately when I saw it, I was like, that's probably, I'm guessing, an ashtray, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. I'm using it for my paintbrushes, because that's just immediately where my thoughts went with that. I don't know. And it's my favorite color, green. I love green. Anyhow, super excited. I just went and picked it up. I actually forgot about it until I was driving to my parents' house, and I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta go get my paintbrush holder. So excited about it. Y'all, can you tell how excited I am? Anyhow, there's my little excitement. Oh, I did not finish drying my good. There's a goop of wet right here, because I was going to go ahead and put the wax on it so that once I finish painting the frame, it'll be ready to chalk on. So because I painted this and I'm going to be using that sticky transfer, I'm going to put down surface wax. It helps keep the transfer from sticking too well and pulling up my paint. And like I said, this outer frame is going to cover the edges, so you don't have to be like crazy concerned about getting it all the way to the edges. Unless you're like me, sometimes I don't do the best job lining stuff up. Anyhow, just put a little bit of that surface wax on, and wax on, wax in. It doesn't change the color. It just, it just gives it just a slight sheen, and it helps the transfer from sticking and ripping up our pretty paint job. Anyhow, gonna set that to the side, and now I'm gonna work on the outer frame, and I am doing it in white. Y'all, I'm feeling like polka dots would sure be pretty somewhere on this, but it does have writing. I don't know. You can always add polka dots if you want, I suppose. But I'll try to find. Her name is Lois, and I already love her because that was my granny's name. Anyhow, we were meant to meet. I just know it. Do you ever find people like that and you're just like immediately know that's your kind of people? That's kind of what happened today. Well, last night when I found my paintbrush holder, and I was like thinking, I'm so glad that a mutual friend shared her page, and I get to go get my paintbrush holder. But isn't that going to be perfect? Look, just put your paintbrush on it, and it's like, I don't know, ceramic or glass, so you can wash it so that I don't have, really what I was thinking, my idea, because y'all know I love watercolor. I don't get to do it much, and I'm by no means a professional, but I enjoy doing it, and it just kind of soothes my mind. That's kind of in my mind immediately. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for my watercolor brushes. And to be honest, I mean, let's be real. The last time I got to do any watercoloring was before Christmas. So it's not like it's something I get to do a lot, but I think about it a lot. Do y'all have stuff like that? Maybe you don't get to do it as much as you want, but you think about it. Think about it often because, well, even just painting these is very soothing to me. Just making stuff is soothing. Even if it turns out ugly, it's still very soothing. And I especially, like, I love paint because if it is ugly, you just paint over it, right? We don't have to stress about it. I love not stressing about stuff because I feel like we all have so much stress in our life that it's nice to not stress about stuff, right? Anyhow, y'all let me know. Also, please share. And if you don't know me, if you're not watching on my page, I'm Jenny. I'm Debbie's daughter. I'm Miss Refresh's daughter. And I love puns. And I thought this would be so cute and fun for the kitchen. And I might, I'll probably distress it a little bit. Because that's how I roll. I am distressed. So I like to distress. Look, I got to get me a wipe out because I got, it kind of dried on my finger and I don't really like that feeling. Anyhow, let's get a second coat on here so that it's nice, good coverage. Really, there's just a few spots that kind of needed a little bit more because this paste is so nice and thick. And it really covers great. Y'all, you can use any kind of paints on this though. Any kind of paints on the wood. So you don't have to use chalk paste. Whatever you have laying around the house. And like, if you don't like the colors I use, these are just ideas. Because some people might not love eucalyptus like I do. I happen to love it. I love basically anything green. I already love it. It's just my favorite. But, you know, use colors that coordinate with your home, in your kitchen. Do what you love. Do your favorite color. Y'all, today it was so cute. I got Stella some of the cutest little, and they were so cheap, dresses from Walmart. And one, like, I want to say it had a white background, but it had all these pretty little flowers all over it, and she looked so adorable. And then we got to school, and her teacher's daughter, who is, I think she might be a little bit younger than Stella, but they're close in age. She was there, probably her mom was probably Miss Mary was having to take her somewhere or somebody was coming to pick her up. But she had the exact same dress on, except the background color, I want to say was like a periwinkle color maybe. And her grandmother had embroidered her name on it. And I was like, oh my goodness, Stella, we need to get your name on yours. And so Miss Mary's like, well, I think she said it was her mom that does the embroidering. So I was like, I can just bring you some of Stella's clothes and some money and get Stella's name and initials and stuff put on because it was adorable, y'all. So stinking cute. Let me get this dry. And I'm not going to worry about putting any wax on the frame. I am probably going to put some of my favorite Distress ink on it because I like the way it looks. And it makes me happy. Sorry about that. I didn't want to step on my dirty paint board. Because I like reusing stuff. I love reusing stuff. Oh, and somebody asked me about the little sanding block. I don't remember who that was. But I'm going to find the comment and send you a link because, I mean, I feel like you could probably pick them up lots of places, but Amazon, because I I just like to order stuff. And I'm going to go around the edges with my little sanding block. Just kind of rough it up a little bit. Look, I'm going to knock off some of that perfect paint job I put on. It's not really perfect. Don't let me trick you. It's really not perfect at all. I don't thrive with perfect stuff, though. I don't know about y'all. I do better with imperfect stuff. I'm much more comfortable with imperfect. Then I don't have to worry about me or the kids tearing stuff up, because we do that sometimes because we're rough. The Distress ink that I love so much, and it is in ground espresso, but there's all kinds of colors. I put links to this on my page. If you're not following me, I would love for you to check me out. My page is called Just Jenny, and I share a little crafting, a lot of life, my babies, stuff like that. That's looking so cute. Look at there. Haven't glued it on yet, but that's what it's going to look like. Wonder if I should glue it on so that I kind of get it centered up. Nah, we're just going to try. We're going to do our best. I'm going to do my best. And where are some scissors? I should have found some scissors before I glue some. I'm just going to, maybe not with these scissors. Those don't open up far enough. And those are pink and shears. Maybe I just won't cut it off of there. Okay, we're just going to do it like this. Oh, yes. Get your fuzzing cloth, T-shirt towel. You just want to put a little bit of, sorry, there was like a big piece of something on there. You want to get a little bit of fuzz on it so that it doesn't stick too well to your board, because, I mean, we really don't need it to rip our paint off, even though we did. Oh, look, I was getting down into the old biscuit. Let me just see here. I like to see stuff. And it's nowhere near straight. It's fine. Also, you could add a little bow on if you wanted. I don't think I'm going to do a bow. And I'm just kind of trying to eyeball it straight, which I never get like super straight. We're going to try this. We're going to see how it looks. Oh, I had 2 whites out. Look at me. I didn't have scissors, but I found 2 whites. Okay, and I'm just going to scoop first. Let me make sure. And when you pull the paste across, you don't want to press down really hard. I used to do that, and it would be like gushing under. But to get nice crisp lines, you just gently pull it across. Put your paste on, and then, you know, no need for like really bearing down on it like I used to do. And I'm like, what's the problem? Why isn't this working out for me? Because you're putting too much pressure, honey. That's why. And then if you slowly lift it up and see spots that you missed, you can just lay it back down and go back over it. Super, super simple. Now let me put this over here so I can wash it. How cute is that? How sweet. So cute. Y'all, and I'm kind of really wanting to put some dots of, actually, no, I'm not. Now that I see it on there, no, I'm not. That looks great. But you could do a border, and it would even be cute if you wanted to do the polka dots or something, or stripes, or paint each scallop like green and white, green and white. So, sorry, I'm getting choked, guys. Lots of options for you to just have fun with. That's what art is all about. Having fun. I better get a sip of water, because I've got myself choked. My throat, it's not hurting, but it's kind of had a little bit of a tickle. Oh, mercy. There went something else. And then I'm just going to take my favorite Type Bond, quick and thick. Excuse me. And I'm going to put some blobs on my frame and then just spread it out with my paintbrush. And somebody asked yesterday, I just usually rinse it, kind of scrub it in my hand with just some warm or hot water. You could definitely use soap, but I don't have any problem, like while I'm using it, if I just go ahead and put it in like my dirty paint water, and then take it to the sink, I don't ever have any trouble getting the glue out of my paintbrush. And I got that in some of the scallops, so I'm just kind of trying to go back and get that out of there. But if you spread it out, it will grip on there a little bit faster than if you just leave it gooped up. But you could totally just leave it gooped up if you want. You don't have to spread it out. I just like to do that because it grips on a little bit faster. And now I'm just coming in with a tiny little dry paintbrush and kind of cleaning out where it's smushed out. Because I'm nothing if not a little bit excessive with basically everything. And I want to tell y'all, I love, and I probably don't say it right, ramen noodles. I love them. Haven't had them since I was a kid, but I made me a bowl today, and I'm more hungry now than I was before I ate them. But I sure did enjoy them. Anyhow, what do y'all think about our cute little frame for our kitchen? You could stick this on a tiered tray. You could put a little command adhesive strip and hang it on your backsplash. So many options with this. I want to say 9 by 6. I can't remember. It's the smaller of the two size options. And then we have this frame also in the oval. And we have a larger oval as well. But aren't those so cute? And if you didn't see me live yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, the beautiful Mother's Day teacup. So cute. I think it turned out great. I was even more impressed after I finished at how cute it turned out. And then, look, I wonder if these little these might not be big enough. They are big enough to hold your little signs. How sweet is that? Anyhow, Mother's Day teacup. If you type cutouts, you'll get a link to the cutout shop. But I did do featured links today because I don't know how to do the words. Some stuff I just don't know how to do, and my brain's kind of full right now. But y'all let me know what you think about our little kitchen pun sign, Penne for your thoughts. And there's so many, there's other ones. Oh, biscuit, and like, I don't know, I'm thinking about using the butter me up. I've got a butter dish with a wood lid on it, so I'm thinking about putting that one on my lid for my butter. And then take off your cloves. Another fun one. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you think it's cute and funny and fun, and just have fun. Have some fun, be nice, smile at people. I saw a lady when I was driving over here walking, and it looked like she had been sucking on lemons. She looked so angry, and I thought, now what would it hurt you to smile? Not a thing. Anyhow, y'all smile, be nice, be happy, get to crafting. Penne for your thoughts. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for sharing and thanks for joining me. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.